The Bleeding Ear. 107.1 WJBB 813. Lovely Wednesday, brought to you this morning by Ashford Clinic Sinus and Allergy Specialists. Also want to thank Latin Flavors Steakhouse. Beautiful downtown Winder. Nice day today, going up to about 57. Great day for Thomas. Rans, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yeah, Christopher, that is right, Rans Thomas.
Rans. Tell me about the origins of that name. I like it. It's different.
Yeah, it's a family name. My great-grandfather on my dad's side was Jim Ransom.
Rans, are you on a speakerphone?
I'm on earbud.
Earbud, okay. All right, yeah, you sound a little distant. That's okay. Rans, tell me about the song that we're going to play. I got two. I've got one called Outlaw Legacy, and then the other one is called He Bought the Farm, and I'm looking at the bio here. And this one was featured in the film score for a SyFy Channel movie called Trailer Park Shark. And if I had to pick, I like both songs a lot. I mean, you sound like a guy that should be a big star up in Nashville.
Thank you very much.
Should I go with He Bought the Farm? I mean, should that be the one we play?
Yeah, it gets a lot of plays on Reverb Nation. It's one of the top played songs, and it's a rock and country song. And as you said, made it into a SyFy Channel movie, Trailer Park Shark. With some help from my brother-in-law who was working on the movie set. Let's give that a roll. What
was that movie about? I missed it.
Well, it's part of that Sharknado phenomenon.
Right,
yeah.
right.
So following Sharknado came, the three-headed shark, ghost shark, and so this
I got you.
Was released in 2017 as
okay.
part of that. But the actors or the actress and a couple of the actors from the original Sharknado were in this movie. Tara Reid and her boyfriend from American Pie were in this one.
You know what? I had a chance to interview Tara Reid. This was up in Boston at Samuel Adams at the brewery. And
yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Who was she? I'm trying to remember. Was it, did she date Matt Damon or Ben Affleck or Carson Daly or one of those?
I am not sure about her background.
Her personal life?
Obviously, she was in one of my favorite movies, Big Lebowski.
Yes. Well, you know what? I jumped right into this interview with her, and we were talking, and she had just broken up with whomever this was at the time.
Right.
And she started to cry.
Oh, no.
She got real emotional during the interview, and I'm like, oh, geez. Sorry I brought it up.
You're a real softy.
And then Beth and I, we had to give her a group hug. This is before the pandemic. We hugged her.
This
we
is
did.
Before this millennium.
We literally hugged Tara Reid. The weirdest thing ever. Talking to Rans Thomas. The song that we're about to play is called He Bought the Farm. How many albums do you have out? Because I'm reading here back in 2017, you released your second album called Grit, which you recorded up in Nashville. Are you a big star up in Nashville?
No,
Why
I'm
not?
one of the many lost souls walking the streets up there that have great talent, but are still working at a greasy spoon, praying that they get a break.
Yeah.
And I go up to Nashville. I've got some friends up there with Riverfront Recording Studio. Joe Caberly is probably one of the finest fiddle players in Nashville. Great producer. He's a friend I met through the outdoor industry and hunting, and so he helped me produce my album Grit.
Right.
I did turn out an LP in 2002, which, long story short, I was green. Songwriting was not seasoned. I didn't know anything about studio work in Nashville, and it just didn't turn out, the way that I'd hoped it would.
Yeah,
it's kind of a flop. So I kind of put out the fire in me with songwriting and for a while, and then it came back, and that's where Grit came from. And I actually have enough material for another LP. I'm just not sure how I'm going to approach that.
During this pandemic, have you found yourself to be more, are you writing a lot? I mean, more prolific, or have you gone into a bit of a shell?
No, without much to do, other than, the work I do from my home office, the guitar's sitting there, and of course you pick it up, and yes, I don't know that I would say I've written new stuff. What it did allow me to do was finish songs that I was working on.
Right.
And so that's been one of a few pluses to the COVID pandemic. One of my new songs is I'm going to release it in a video, social media video, audio video, and it's dedicated to all of our essential frontline workers through
cool.
the pandemic.
Thank you.
So.
Well, come back when you get that finished, and we'll help you promote it for sure.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great, Chris.
Yeah.
Now, thanks so much for calling.
Quickly, before we play the song, it says here that you work in the outdoor industry as a consultant.
Yes.
That sounds like great work if you can get it. What is that exactly?
It's a pretty good gig if you're a hunter and an outdoorsman. I'm a wildlife biologist, graduated from the University of Georgia in
Wow.
Get
late,
out.
late
That's,
90s.
that's,
You're a brainiac.
that's pretty cool.
No. My professors would tell you, confirm that is not the case.
What does the job entail?
So people have hunting lands across this country, and they are trying to have better hunting, whether it be big game, deer, turkey, quail, dove, waterfowl. And when they're not sure exactly how to make that happen, they contact me or others like me as consultants to come in and lay out what they need to do with their property and how to achieve their goals. And so
okay.
it works out pretty good. I've worked for Cabela's over the years, and a couple of other big brand names in the outdoor industry, but always have been a consultant and run my own business now, Creative Land and Wildlife Solutions.
All right, that's great. Rans Thomas joining us on the Bleeding Ear this morning on 107.1 WJBB. Anything else you want to say about the song before we play it? He Bought the Farm is the name of it.
Yeah, well, I owe this to my dad, and he's probably listening now. He moved our family from Savannah, Georgia, to a little small town called Scriven in Wayne County, Georgia, and right after I was born, and started farming. And back then, all the farmers had CB radios and to communicate, and it was just like the trucker movies or Smokey and the Bandit, and everybody had a handle. And so these local country farmers, when Dad showed up, they gave him the handle City Farmer. And so that got me thinking about the concept. And then the phrase, he bought the farm, actually comes from World War II and fighter pilot training over the Midwest. If a plane went down, pilot lost his life, the government would pay the farm restitution, and often it allowed them to buy off or pay off a note on those farms. So that was where that came from, out of the movie The Right Stuff. So things started forming with those two concepts and became the song.
Excellent. All right. Well, Rans, when you get the new tune together, make sure you come back and talk to us, and we want to play that song. You're going to love this. This is Rans Thomas. It's called He Bought the Farm. It's the Bleeding Ear, 107.1 WJBB. Rans, it was a pleasure talking to you. Continued success.
Christopher, thanks so much. Great talking to you guys.
All right,
Take
buddy.
care. Merry Christmas.
Rooster crows 6 o'clock. Horse needs grain, hogs need slop. Sun's coming up, he just laid down. Up all night milking the cow. Truck runs hot, tractor won't crank. Don't turn down, no money in the bank. Outlays keep bending, fence needs mending, cows got loose last week. He bought the farm, cornbread and sweet tea, rolling in the hay without a million days. He'll do a few chores in the cool summer breeze. Whittle on the stick in the front porch swing. Blowing from a jug as the banjo plays. A man with a farmer's tan has got it made. Left the urban grind behind to chase a dream. Told his folks farm living, that's the life for me. Now he's got one boot and bust, one in the grave. He bought the farm. City boy went and bought himself a farm. Hell off the barn, kicked by a mule. Ripped on barbed wire, stomped by the bull. When milk quit turning, water ain't running. The outhouse reeks, barn roof leaks. The cows broke out again. He bought the farm, cornbread and sweet tea, rolling in the hay without a million days. He'd do a few chores in the cool summer breeze. Whittle on a stick in the front porch swing. Blowing from a jug as the banjo plays. A man with a farmer's tan has got it made. He left the urban grind
Rans Thomas. 107.1 WJBB. He bought the farm.